Hey, what's going on? I'm Devin.
I'm Jeff.
And we are Basic Bros Reaction.
Hello everybody, welcome to Basic Bros Reactions. Here I'm Jack, Devin, the main guy, but I'm hosting today because this guy has not seen Squid Games. Can you believe that? He hasn't seen it. And I'm gonna show him all 5 bangers, whether they're just nursery rhymes or real songs like Fly Me to the Moon's remix, or the most popular of all. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but we got it queued up. But we're gonna have him react to these videos and see kind of like where he would think they would fit in with a scene in a show that he hasn't even seen yet, and I'll let him know if he's correct, but he won't be. He'll be very, very wrong.
Yeah. And just to clarify a little bit too, because Jack came with this idea and he was like, oh, do you know that like one of the actors and another one of the actors are like K-pop idols and everything, and like was super excited about it. And I was like, yeah, the actual T.O.P. from Big Bang is actually our intro that literally just played in this video that you're watching right now. It's our intro song.
Which I did not know. I did not know.
And so I was like, yeah, I know about, and I know about Squid Games. I know the general,
gist
of it and everything. I just have not watched an episode. And I'm one of those people, and I know it's like a rare group of people of us that have like not seen like Squid Games, Game of Thrones, The Boys, like any of those shows I have not like seen because I spend my time playing video games and watching K-pop, obviously. Yeah, that's all I do. But yeah, so I have not seen any of this stuff, but like I've heard a lot about it, and we were kind of talking about T.O.P's character, because like I said, even though I haven't seen the show, I know about his character, and I was telling Jack about how it's kind of like his real life. It kind of bleeds together a little bit with the scandal that T.O.P had to go through with having marijuana, because that's like a big deal in South Korea, and that happened like almost like a decade ago, but they still bring it up. And like even for this press conference and for the press release and everything like that in South Korea, they like edited his images so that he wasn't like featured.
I heard about that. Yeah,
a lot of their content.
And I also heard, and you can feel free to fact check me, I also heard that he did it for a lower price, or almost for like, he wanted to be in the show so bad and wanted to get his name out there. And I didn't know it was that long ago that happened, or how long he's been kind of out of the spotlight, but that he literally like took a discount to be in this show. And it was funny because I was telling him that I hated his character. Like, and I know how different of opinions people have on his character. He was funny, I will give him that. I just didn't think he was like a very scary antagonist, if you want to call him an antagonist. But his character is great in the show. But I had no idea that when I texted him like, hey, did you know that T.O.P., who I was calling Top, I don't think you called that top in the show, is in Squid Games? And he's like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, it's been our intro for so long. So just kind of ironic here. But without further ado, I want to get us started with some of these bangers here. And I'm going to start us off with like the most popular song on TikTok right now, YouTube right now. You ready?
Yes. Okay.
So
what is it? Like,
so it's almost like a nursery rhyme, which is kind of funny. Like,
that's what most of their songs, right?
Some of them are like opera, which you're gonna hear maybe a little bit of today. But yes, so they're nursery rhymes because the games that are playing are all
like
children's
like
games.
The whole dichotomy of like it being a children's game, but people dying.
Exactly.
It's just kind of like,
you took the words right in my mouth. Dichotomy. I love that word. That's a great word.
Word of the day.
Yeah, word of the day. And as we are mingling right now, we are going to listen to Mingle.
Okay.
Or Round and Round, sorry. But
yeah,
Mingle's the game that they're in.
Sounds like Ring Around.
Yeah, it kind of does.
It's just like musical chairs almost, I feel like.
It kind of is, actually. Yeah, you're almost right. In the game. Do you want me to tell you?
I'll watch it eventually, regardless. I don't care.
Gotcha. So in the game, they stop the music, and when the music stops, you have to find a partner, but they'll say at the end of the music stopping what number it is. So if they say 2, me and you grab one another, and we have to run and find a room that nobody else is in and lock ourselves in there, and then everyone else who doesn't find a room, well, they are not alive anymore. Yes. So I love the dichotomy, to use a word that you use, of this specifically, and it's like so popular on TikTok. Everybody's using it. Everyone's kind of like, if you can tell, like how catchy that is. People have been making a bunch of videos of them dancing to it, and it's like the song, and it's like so jolly, but it's like the what's going on in the scene, and it's like death emojis and a bunch of other stuff. So
yeah, that's
kind of weird, right?
Kind of weird, but that goes to speak of where we are as a society right now.
Exactly. Like, people just love it, And I think this one you'll like. This is not any sort of, I don't think it's a Korean tune. It's called Trumpet Concerto in E flat major. And this is a very important song in the series, and I want you to tell me once again, without cheating, what type of scene you're envisioning when you hear this song.
Okay, let's see. Feels so like
it's like building up to something.
Yeah. Like, and so this is like an actual play game.
It's going on.
Like, is this in the background of the game, or is this the game?
No. So yeah, correct. That's a good question, because Mingle was the game song. This is in the background. I think this is more for the. I think this is a viewer that for the viewer that the people that the actors aren't actually hearing in the show, or the characters aren't actually hearing. So what kind of scene are you envisioning when you're hearing this?
Like, I'm just seeing like slow. Well, I'm thinking of like action movie, and I'm just like seeing slow motion of like just things happening.
I mean, it kind of is that way.
Like,
a lot of bad things are happening.
Like people being trampled and like things like that going on, like racing to something.
Yeah, so this is actually in the finale, and there's I don't want to spoil it for viewers, even though why are you watching this video if you don't want to get it spoiled? And I don't want to spoil it for you because it is an important part, but yes, as it's building to something, things are going on in the show, and you're like, I feel like your heart literally your heart racing matches the tone and the undertones of this song, because it's just racing and you don't know what's gonna happen, but it's really, really good and people love it. It's not as popular as Mingle, but let's go on to the next one.
Okay. So I was kind of right.
You were kind of right. You
like,
were kind of right. There's some things happening. Again, it's hard to not spoil that one, or it's hard to say something about that one but not spoil it. So let's try which one? Oh yes. Let's see what happens here. So this is Way Back When, I think, and Way Back When. I think it's in season 1 as well as season 2.
Okay.
So everyone from season 1. They recognize this one, and it's kind of in a similar scene in both seasons. So let's check it out.
See what this is about.
Similar, right? Kind of like a similar beat, yeah.
It sounds like Jingle Bells. A little bit,
yeah, kind of Jingle Bells. No, not really. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt a little bit, but. Alright, so we can stop this one. Ooh, it gets a little creepy though.
So is this like game 2 or this background?
So no, this is also background.
Oh, background.
Yeah. But the one we have coming up next, or the last, that one's great. That one's background as well, but it's a banger. It's awesome.
I don't like it's so this is background of a game. I feel like maybe this is like a logic game, or like I don't know.
You know what? Let's just say you're right and go on to the next one because a logic game. Yeah, it sort of is, but in a way it's not. It's hard to describe. I'm realizing now I don't want to spoil these for you, but I want to tell you this one I'm definitely going to spoil because it's in episode 1.
But so you're basically saying that I was
You're
right,
right, Devin.
That's
yes.
all
the
you have
dichotomy
to say.
of me not wanting you to be right, but
You're
you
just-
being
it's
right.
just,
you know,
it's just what happens. So let's just roll with
it
it. I was
really
right.
is. It really is. So let's listen to an actual song with lyrics, and it's a remix of a Frank Sinatra sound or a track.
Okay.
Yes, and it's actually "Fly Me to the Moon." Are you ready for it?
That's a classic.
Oh yeah, it is.
This is very much a reimagining.
Yeah. The vocals are great.
To the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other
This is actually like
It's awesome.
yeah, like
And the scene that it's taking place in is red light, green light.
oh okay, I
So
know that one.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like that's like the most
One that
popular
everybody
one.
knows.
It's in season 1 and 2.
Because what's the doll's name?
Young C or something like that. You guys are gonna have to correct me on that. It's like YUNG and then SEE. I think Young C. But it's a terrifying doll because the doll.
You said that's so American.
Young C. Yes.
Yes.
Young C for 50 points, please. No. But there's a scene and T.O.P. has a really funny scene in here because he's kind of living the life of a rock star. He might have been able to sneak something in that kind of calms his nerves. So when everyone else is scared and tripping out, rightfully so because they might die, this guy is just having the time of his life, and he's just
I think I've
like
seen that
prancing
part in the
around.
trailer.
Yeah, when he like clicks his heels and everything like that. So that song is one of my favorites. Again, I think the Round and Around, the Mingle song is the most popular. At least definitely on TikTok, that one does numbers. But I wanted to see, I know that some of them aren't exactly kind of up your alley, but after we listen to this last one, I want you to tell me what your favorite one. I feel like it's gonna be that one.
Yeah,
It's
like I
probably
don't
gonna be that
feel like
one.
anything. Yeah.
Okay, well, this is the Pink Soldier one, and he's not gonna like this one because it's not like a real song, but it's
I like
kind.
the last one, and then the doll wasn't there. Like, because even though I haven't seen the show, I've seen like stuff about it, and people were making jokes because the doll got like the face looked different, and they were talking about they got like the K-pop idol like facelift and like all this stuff like done to it.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
does
the
look a
season
little
glow
bit.
up.
Yeah, I've seen those memes too.
Yeah.
Those memes are awesome. I love I'm so addicted to the show or like just the season in general that all of my feed like anywhere it's just like theories, it's stuff like that, like where there's actually a cameraman. Have you seen that? Like they forgot to edit out a cameraman in a scene where there's a bunch of like jump cuts. There's literally like the cameraman for getting the other angle who's in it for like half a second. It's episode 7, 22 minutes and like 33 seconds. I've watched it so many times. I know exactly where it's at. You guys should check it out if you haven't seen it because it's absolutely hysterical. It's just funny that such a great show, so many people working on it, like millions and millions of dollars are going into it, I'm sure, and they somehow missed this cameraman being in the shot of a very pivotal scene, so it was kind of funny. But this song, Pink Soldiers, is what what people call it typically. I don't know if that's the actual name of the song, but this one is going to give you a very different tone than the others. Like the others were kind of similar a little bit. This one will be rather maybe sinister. Maybe
So yeah,
word?
what I was hearing is buzzkill. That's what I was getting from what you were saying.
Oh, buzzkill. Yeah. Well, it would be a buzzkill if you heard this come on and you knew what was coming next for sure. All right, let's get it started.
Yeah, make you think of like Jason, Halloween, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah, I kind of get. Oh man, I never even thought about that with the high. Yeah, I love that. That is kind of what it reminds. Like I didn't think about that until you and your smarts brought that up. But now, now I do. I definitely think that for sure, or I agree with you there. So what do you think's happening
really
with this?
Like, I don't like it.
Yeah, we can stop
No,
it. It's fine. It's totally
fine.
fine. I don't want to scare the viewers. I don't want to scare you
my
anymore. He was
nightmares,
shivering
was
right here. You saw him, he was shaking. So that's just, it's called Pink Soldiers. It kind of just has the cart before the horse. It's literally just when the Pink Soldiers are doing their thing, whether it's them walking in unison with all their guns and like they're headed to do something bad, or them like. You've seen the stair scene, I assume, like with all the colorful walls and stairs. So that's kind of where we're like when they're walking around there, when they're going to the room with all of the contestants in there, that's kind of where it's at. But would you be scared if you heard something like that? Like I know the actors aren't hearing that. That's just for the viewers. But imagine
it has this super eerie, like just kind of, and it goes into kind of the overall theme where it kind of sounds like kids or like this higher pitch, but it's just got like this underlying, like it just makes you have like this feeling in your gut
of
like
dread,
uneasy.
right?
Uneasiness, dread, like it's just something about it to just
eerie is a great word for it. That's something I wasn't really thinking about specifically, but just like, what was the Jason, where he's so that it is that type of sound. And I wonder which song came first, if one was inspired by the other, because I know cross-culturally there's a lot of changeover like that, but man, that was such a great comparison. And I would be absolutely scared out of my mind if I was sleeping and that song just turned on. I'd immediately get up and I would probably, every hair would be standing straight up on my body. I would be freaking out for sure. So that is all the songs. I want you, before we go here, I want you to rate them. And I know Fly Me to the Moon is going to be number one.
Yeah, that's number one.
So which, for whatever reasons, you don't have to, like, which song stood out for you the most out of those? So there was the Ring Around, or not the Ring Around the Rosie, but the... oh my gosh, Mingle. Yeah. So with the game,
so that would probably Mingle would probably be my second one.
Okay.
Just because, like I said, it kind of reminded me of the childhood, and it kind of goes into what I think of Squid Games, of kind of like that, like the child game, and it just has that feel to it. Third one would be this one, just because I feel like even though we listened to like 30 seconds of it, it's like
it's
really,
just scary.
It's scary and it's like really memorable, and it's like the other side of what I think of the Squid Games, because I think of like kind of the childhood, the innocence, but then I also think about the sinister and kind of like people doing bad things for money, but they're good people, and this like that whole, so that's kind of like the other side of the coin, is kind of like something that's like sinister like this.
I got you. And then the other two that kind of sound a little similar, those are kind of at the bottom.
Yes.
And then that I'm blanking on the name of it. Sorry, bad hosting by me. But that one's right in the middle then? What, third for that?
Pink Soldier third.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay, gotcha.
Third.
And then the other two, yes.
Kind of,
they are a little similar, and to be honest, I didn't, as many times as I've heard them, I didn't realize that until hearing them back to back, which is so funny because I've just been obsessed with this stuff recently. But I definitely could hear, it was almost just like a different tone. Like it was similar beat, but just like almost a higher pitch in one of those tracks. So that I feel like the majority of people would agree with you. So let's hear what you have to say. What was your favorite song out of season 2 or season 1 of Squid Games? Was Devin right? Was his ranking right? Did he? I feel like it's blasphemous to put Mingle second, but at the same time, Fly Me to the Moon. That one's awesome. That one.
Like, yeah.
And Frank Sinatra, like a cover, like you have to really, really blow that cover out of the water, and she did.
It was so unique, and it was like true to its essence, but it was not just like a carbon copy. It wasn't like a karaoke version where it's like the same, just a woman singing it and whatnot. She like it was still respectful to me, respectful to the source material, but adding a twist to it where it's like people who might not, be really young and might not know Frank Sinatra would enjoy the song and then maybe be like, oh, let's listen to the original, and it would be so different. But it's just that's why I really enjoyed it. It's just because it paid respect to its origins, but it was also able to create its own kind of voice. So
sure. Well, keep in mind you gotta like it on YouTube or something, because it's not on like any streaming service. I don't know why, but it's not on Spotify. It used to be on Apple Music, which I have, and it's not anymore. And I'm really upset about it because I don't want to switch programs when I'm jamming out to Squid Game's music. But you kind of have to. So
this is what I have to say too before we finish this video is what I love about this is just like, and I hope that you guys can see the true excitement because bro number 4, Jack has been on this channel for I don't know how many years and tried to get him to do anything besides just show up for videos. And he like messaged me. He was like, I have this idea. We have to do it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the context. I know a little bit about Squid Games, but I've never watched an episode or anything like that. But I was like, we're gonna do it. And just from even watching this, it's just really cool to see like your excitement and see your enthusiasm. Like I hope it reads. Because it's like it's really radiating the room. So
good.
Cool.
Well, I appreciate it, Devin, and thank you for just kind of going in dark and just like trusting me and doing this with me, because I think it was a heck of an episode, and I'm curious what the viewers think.
Yeah, and if you guys want to see more of some different content like this, because we're always down to try some different things. Maybe we could have like a little Squid Games like watch party where we like watch some of the episodes or do like some episode recaps.
I would love that.
Watch it and everything, and we could kind of give like your perspective of somebody who has seen it a lot and me just fresh after it. And we could do some stuff. So just let us know if this is some content that you like.
Yeah, for sure. So don't forget to like and subscribe and make sure that bell is on for notifications. So ding that bell. You will always get notified because we are Basic Bros Reactions.